Hello, I am Taylor Hubiak, and this is a full analysis of Federal Express Corporation's current marketing plan. The following research will detail FedEx's marketing strategies against some of the toughest competitors in the United States shipping industry. The shipping industry is highly competitive, forcing each company to perform at peak production to gain and maintain a large enough share of the market that is profitable yet reliable. The report will begin by analyzing the company's current situation and then move into a full analysis of the performance thus far through SWOT and PEST analysis, a BCG matrix, Porter's 5 forces model, and a VALS model. Then a recommendation for the company to enhance its strengths and minimize its weaknesses will be given. Over 50 years ago, Frederick W. Smith proposed this idea of express shipping in a Yale undergrad term paper. The professor didn't see the potential, so the idea got pushed off. Later on in Smith's life, he purchased a controlling interest in Arkansas aviation sales, and he experienced firsthand the difficulties of shipping time-sensitive packages. So remembering his term paper, he brought the idea and founded Federal Express. Federal Express makes its company mission very clear. It's simply to connect people with the goods to create opportunities in the highest quality manner. While doing that, they also would like to develop and maintain rewarding relationships with each person involved in the process, including employees and customers. While all of that is being done, it is important to keep safety as the main priority in each operating step. Federal Express is a very admired and reputable company because of the reliability, speed, and professionalism that the employees carry out through each operating step. They're operating with a positive net income at the end of each fiscal year, but that is because they are depending on the United States. They're serving over 220 countries and territories, and rather than expanding that market any further, they should start penetrating the markets that they already have, and that will in turn lead to higher revenues and a larger net income at the end of next fiscal year. FedEx's product is actually a service, so instead of following the 4 Ps, it'll follow the 7 Ps. The product is a service, and they are offering the service to connect people around the world by shipping packages. They offer ground shipping, overnight delivery, air and ocean forwarding, and freight shipments. The price is going to be on a case-by-case basis. To determine it, they will use the dimensions of the box as well as the weight, but also the speed of delivery. For the promotion, FedEx uses a variety of unique advertisements to target current customers and to attract new customers. They use commercials and graphic design ads primarily, but they've also used sports to be recognized. They target specific segments because they are really marketing towards anyone, but to gain a larger attraction, they break it down. For the place, FedEx is delivering to more than 220 different countries, and they have 36,000 Dropbox locations globally, so you can reach FedEx from most areas of the world. As for their people, FedEx employs over 400,000 team members worldwide to ensure that the packages arrive on time and in perfect condition. The process to send a package with FedEx is a 3-step process, and it begins at the Dropbox station. Then the package is retrieved, sorted, and brought to an airport, a truck for ground services, or a ship for sea forwarding services. Then the package will be retrieved with the method of transportation and delivered to the customer. The physical evidence is present in the retail stores, but also with the employees that come in contact with the customer. They are as much as a reflection on the company as the actual service that it provides. Here is a SWOT analysis of the FedEx Corporation. The internal factors are the strengths and weaknesses, and the external factors are the opportunities and threats. Starting with the weaknesses, they are mostly dependent on the U.S. market, which can be detrimental to the company if a serious shift in regulations, economics, or trends occurs. Other than that, another weakness is that they have faced several lawsuits against the delivery drivers because they practice a method similar to subcontracting. It allows the company to maintain control over the workers without enduring the cost of employing them itself. So they're remaining union-free, but it's caused negative publicity to be shed on the manner the company treats the people working for them. As for the threats, they're mostly facing rising fuel prices and the competition, which are the United States Postal Service and UPS. As for the combination factors, the company is large, so it has many abilities to enhance the company. They're focusing on the United States, which has drawn in billions of dollars in revenue, but like I said, that could be detrimental. So it can expand its international market and focus on one of the other 220 countries that they currently serve. They can partner with online companies because of the increase in e-commerce, and that can allow it to expand its customer base, which will allow it to expand the revenues and increase the net income. Because the company is so large in an international business, they are affected largely by political, economic, social, and technical factors. The political factors that they're mostly affected by are political regulations, trade regulations, and tariffs. They must uphold standards for its employees and provide them with proper working conditions based on the country's pre-existing regulations. As for economics, they also must be reviewed between each country that the company ships to. They have to recognize the stability or lack thereof when working across these borders, as they're employing over 400,000 people globally. They must provide the correct wage rates and the benefits. For the social factors, marketers are going to have to analyze and connect to the shared beliefs and morals of the culture that they're marketing to. This will be of the utmost importance to design a successful marketing message. The technical factors are mostly that ongoing research needs to be done because technological improvements are done daily. FedEx and its competitors are competing on the same service with the determining factors of price and speed of delivery. And both of those can be done and enhanced through technical advancements. Competition in this industry is very high, and the two competitors that FedEx is competing with is UPS and the United States Postal Service. UPS is delivering 19.1 million packages globally each year, and at the end of the 2016 fiscal year, they brought in $60 billion in revenue. This is more than FedEx has ever brought in until this year. They're performing financially better, and they're performing financially better without as many vehicles and airplanes. They're allocating their assets better. As for the United States Postal Service system, they are competing on a much higher level. They are delivering to over 156.1 million different people, which is more than FedEx and UPS. They're also having a promotion that is the flat rate shipping box, and it's if it fits, it ships. This is especially good for small packages that are heavy, and that's going to decrease the price. The star of the industry is the United States Postal System. They are earning the most revenue out of the other companies with over $70 billion, and they are also delivering to more households and businesses than UPS and FedEx. The cash cow is FedEx. The revenues have been steadily increasing in the past fiscal years, but 2017's annual report showed over $60 billion in revenues. That's an increase of $10 billion from fiscal 2016. The bottom line is a positive $5 billion, which is an upsurge from 2016's. They're growing rapidly, and in the future, they can be the star with some changes. As for UPS, it's been growing steadily, but it has small increases in revenue year after year. They're able to earn a larger revenue than FedEx with less drop boxes and less vehicles, so that's a hint that they are allocating their money better. Now we'll go into the 5-force model, which is Porter's strategy. The threat of new entrants is very low because the industry requires large investment in assets and marketing to gain a large enough customer base. And the three companies that I have been mentioning have already a large share of the market, so it'd be difficult to get a piece of that. The bargaining power of customers is high because of the high competition in the industry. Customers can choose which company they'd like to ship their package with based on price without paying to switch. The bargaining power of suppliers is going to depend on the type of product being purchased. Trucks and repairs will have little power because of the numerous suppliers that exist. But on the other hand, products like aircrafts will have high power because they can raise prices without the fear of customers finding many substitutes. The rivalry against existing competitors is very, very high. The companies are all offering similar services, meaning that they're competing for the same customer base. The features that they offer will be the determining factor. The threat of substitutes in the shipping industry is very, very low. Some documents can only be sent physically, and packages can only be sent physically. So other than electronically sending the documents that can be sent that way, the shipping industry is the only way to go. This is a visual representation of what the three companies are competing on for the determining factors, which are price and speed of delivery. The United States Postal Service is offering the lowest price, but with the slowest delivery speeds. This is because of the flat rate shipping box. It is especially good for small, heavy items that need to be sent, but the customer needs to have flexibility in the speed of delivery. UPS and FedEx are offering very similar prices, some only varying by cents. They also both offer the same delivery speeds. In a broad sense, FedEx's service is broadly targeting anyone who needs to send a parcel. But more specifically, the company focuses on anyone on small businesses. The small businesses are the backbone of many local economies, and FedEx recognizes that. Also, with small businesses, they focus on domestic shipments and just connecting people from around the world. The customers mostly fall under the category of achievers in the VALS categories. The target market is goal-oriented, they're hardworking, and they're always on the lookout for technology that is going to boost the productivity. And FedEx caters to those achievers because the company offers time-definite shipping for sensitive parcels. As for segmenting, FedEx uses many methods to segment the market. First, the corporation broke itself into different categories: express, ground, freight, and office. So that automatically segments the market into groups based on the type of service that the customer needs. They further segment the market by advertising. They set the ads in business professional settings or in a home setting. FedEx's marketing strategy is one of market development. They're usually admired for their clever advertisements and campaigns that are constantly on television and social media. This allows for a larger campaign because they'll be reaching more potential and existing customers with the ease of reposting the ad. They are typically produced with a market segment in mind, as previously discussed in the segmenting section of this, but they also are targeting and developing their market by targeting small businesses. The corporation should choose countries to focus on that are similar to the United States and that they have citizens that have disposable income, the government is stable, and the economics of the country are predicted to increase. That will offer more packages to be shipped because the disposable income is high, and it'll increase commerce. Also, advertisements using the attitudes and interests of the country should be abundant. Focusing on a few countries will allow FedEx to gain a larger market share and increase the revenues for the company. After this full analysis, it is clear that Federal Express Corporation is performing successfully, but there is room for innovation. FedEx has the opportunity to rise to the top and be the star of the industry with a few minor changes. FedEx has grown consistently, and with these changes, they will prosper.